Leo, hi. Welcome to the 2024 readings. So the way this is going to go, we're going to look into each month, and the spread I came up with was, well, it's going to look something like the energy you're in for the whole month, what you're dealing with, how you're dealing with it, and then we'll look into the advice. Which the advice can be just a continuation of the other energies, and then it'll kind of come off of that. There's going to be an angle from above where you can see it either here or here. I haven't decided yet, okay? So you'll see it somewhere on the screen where you can see what's going on here. And then you may have times where there's a full continuation to it, other times where it just stops for a month or two. And then I kind of take notice and I restarted, but I'm not going to redo the whole reading just because this bugger stopped. I just have to continuously look up and I'm like, I forget. Anyways, just thought I should put a little bit of that in there because I know some of you like to see the cards. And it's a pretty expanded reading. So for this one, for this type, I'm going to be editing a little more. There will be an extended to the readings, which I will be looking into the energy that's dealing with you. And a lot of the times I know we may have the tendency to watch the main video and then focus on one energy in particular in there. And then when we watch the other energy that's at the other end of this, we have the tendency to think it's the same energy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you are dealing with a specific energy that I will be reading for you in the original. And then in the extended, it might be that it's somebody else altogether that's dealing with you. So let's say in the reading, it's going to show up as an energy that involves your work, right? It's not even a person, it's the energies around your work. And then in the extended, your mom or your dad or your pet might show up as the energy that ties them up to you and their perspective on things. Sometimes they match in the sense of, yes, it is the same energy in the extended. Sometimes they don't. So keep that in mind. Don't get stuck with, wait a minute. In the reading, you said this and this and this, and then in the extended, they're behaving like this. That doesn't make sense. No, because it's a different energy. So keep that in mind. Also, try your best to not make this into a little bit of a soap opera kind of a situation. You know, from month to month, for the most part, the overall energy, the bigger energy at play is kind of going to be the same, but sometimes it's going to change in the sense of from January to February to March. You could be dealing with three very different energies that may look like it's the same one. It's not. So don't try to go from episode 1, January, episode 2, February, because sometimes they won't make sense in that way. They don't tie up together in that way. And again, in January, you might be dealing with an energy of work. In February, the energy I'm reading could be that of a spouse, a sister, whatever the case, you know. And they may look very similar where you think it's a continuation, but it may not be. So try to keep it open as much as you can. Also keep in mind that energy is fluid. It can change. It can change from today to tomorrow, let alone from today to a year from now. So, just throwing that out there. So keep open when you watch these. All right, so we covered pretty much everything. I feel like... Oh, roles can be reversed. That's a general rule for the readings. To close off the reading, you will get a oracle card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Is it Mystical Shaman? Yes, it is Mystical Shaman. Wait a minute. Something about a shaman. And I know this is one of my favorite oracle decks. So, yeah, it's that one. Mystical Shaman Oracle, one oracle card that is kind of like the energy for the whole year. So it's not like, oh, I have to get to December to get into those energies. No, it's energies that maybe keep in mind for the whole year. you know, try to remind yourself sometimes of the energies of this oracle card. I believe that's about it. I think we're good to go, so let's go. Let's get into January. Let's see here, Leo. Alright, Leo. Where you're at energetically, the Five of Wands. That's a pretty conflicting energy, so you could be starting off the year pretty conflicting. Maybe there's a little bit of a fight there. Maybe there's a little bit of a disagreement there. The energy of that is definitely present. I don't see it lasting for long. It's just kind of a split of it that kind of stays there, but we'll see. What you're dealing with, the Six of Wands, you feel good about something here, how you're dealing with it. The Four of Wands, there's a commitment at play, maybe a marriage for some of you, or a long-term commitment. And the advice, the High Priestess, try to follow your intuition as much as you can. So let's clarify. Oops. Let's do the Five of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Hangman. Hold on, I got a pet peeve, and I think Blue just took this off, and I didn't even realize that he did it in that way. So this is my pet peeve. I gotta cover things up, which, you know, I don't know why, but I just like the fluff of this. I like the fluff. This one in particular, it gives me a sense of coziness. This is more like inner conflict. I don't know if it's coming outside of yourself in the sense of, okay, let's fight with someone. It's more like something that has to do with you, because I see you kind of trying to stand still and look at things from different perspectives and not really reaching a conclusion about something. So it's more like something that's going on within you, this whole sense of, let's do this. No, let's do that. No, I don't want to do this because it doesn't look good, but that looks good, but I don't, you know, so, okay. So it looks a little more like inner conflict from this side of the table. But again, I don't get the sense that it's going to last for long. Let's do the Six of Wands. Whew. You get the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Death card. This is like you... There is an energy for this connection that it's going all right, but you're looking at it from the perspective of it's not. Like, and it's not that it's not working all right. It's just that you have the tendency to look at it from a negative side, from a negative perspective, from kind of anything that happens in there bothers you or something. Why are you so stuck in your head here? Because that's what's creating this energy. You're stuck in something of the past, an energy of the past, something that may have happened within this connection. For the Four of Wands, you get the Nine of Swords, the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands. Everywhere I clarify, there's at least one energy to signify that you're functioning a lot from here, and not from the perspective of the clear mind, but from the confused mind. And that just complicates things a lot for you. I am not sure where things are in reality. I kind of see what you're showing me from your perspective, and your perspective is a little bit distorted at this time because you're really stuck in your head. And it's not only about one thing. It's kind of a general energy. This connection shows up. It does show up with available energies of it's flowing, it's all right if you let it be, but if you twist it from that side of, is it? You know, which is coming from an energy of you not healing something when it comes to this connection. But it's not only this connection, that's the thing. This connection is kind of like collateral victim of this. I don't know how. It could be that it's closest to you at this time, so everything you experience is kind of falling on top of it. But it's not disconnection that's the problem. It's something within you that's pretty stuck somewhere. And from that, any direction you look at is going to look a little ill, you know? Let's do the High Priestess. The Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Five of Swords. What is this energy? I'm trying to figure out what it is because I see how it distorts things in general. So again, you're showing me this very close connection to you. Then you're showing me the energy of partnership in general. You know, friends, family, whichever direction you look at, something is off. And there's, you know, something that something that's off has nothing to do with those things. It's coming from you as your perception. Something in your perception is making things off. But what the hell is it? In all honesty, I kind of get the sense that you need to kind of pause a little bit, to kind of take some time for yourself, in which you don't allow for this energy, especially that of the mind, the confused mind, to come in. If you could just disconnect completely from anything and just take some time for yourself where you can just be, you know, stop thinking about things, because the thinking part, that's what's creating this mess, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The more you give power to it, because it's not that you think about things, you mess things up. It's not about that. Right now, in your energy of thinking about stuff, there's confusion. And you build on that. And then that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to create confusion around you. So that's the issue here. If you could just stand still and just be this month as much as you can, fuck everything else, because, you know, they're still going to be there when you come back from your vacation here. But just try to give that to yourself. Because I feel like you're feeding this energy of the confused mind without realizing you're doing it. And again, it's kind of starting to spread out throughout your life. It's not only connected to whoever's closest to you at this time. So, okay, let's do February. Where you're at energetically, the Devil, which kind of still signifies a little bit of a distorted energy, where it's like, it's almost looking like you're not yourself. You know, there's these energies that are taking over that seem to be or be leading towards something quite unhealthy for you. And that kind of goes for any energy that's low vibration, basically, that we function in sometimes. So it feels like those energies are still here. What you're dealing with, the Two of Pentacles, it's the unknown in a particular situation. Is it a particular situation, or it comes through as general? Because how you're dealing with it, the Six of Pentacles, it feels like you want to get up. You want to get up from this energy. So this energy is kind of keeping you down, and you're like, no, let me get out of here. Let me get up, you know? But it kind of feels like you don't know how to do it. And there's almost like a sense of not knowing where to reach out your hand, because there are supportive energies around you that you could possibly lean on as you try to, or help yourself, like pull yourself up, you know? But it's like, think of it as trying to get up and seeing these reaching hands towards you, and you're like, which one? Like, which one? Which one would it help me get the fuck out of Dodge, get out of here? So there seems to be a little bit of confusion on your side, and it's not going in the direction of who should I trust. It's not going in that deep with that Devil there, maybe. But it's just you looking up and recognizing that, okay, there's potential help out there, but like, It's a matter of asking, I think, on your part, in terms of, I don't know, should I ask? Should I not ask? Should I ask? And if I ask, is it the right one? You know, there's a little bit of confusion here surrounding this energy of sharing your energy with someone, and especially possibly in the direction of maybe asking for help or leaning on a supportive energy. For the advice, the moon. What is this intense energy? You could be dealing with a lot of shadow aspects here, which that would justify the energies of the devil, the whole, you know, you could be handling a lot of your shadow aspects. Let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the devil. The Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups. You're really trying to fight against this energy that keeps on pulling you down. This whole aspect of overthinking, you know, that just takes away from you, from your sense of balance, which you know you have. It's somewhere there within you. You can't find it because you're stuck up here overthinking things and keeping yourself in this place of, ooh, like, what's going on, you know, kind of an idea. But I see you're really trying to fight this side of you of just kind of going crazy in your head there with things. And that's usually an indication of fear. There's fear somewhere that this is based off of. So, okay. Let's do the Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords, the Star, the Six of Wands. It almost feels like you're getting into a place of confusion. You may reach a point of asking yourself, what the hell do I want out of me, out of life, out of anything? What's my point? What's my purpose? You know, you could even go there at some point in time, because there's confusion around that. I thought I wanted this, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. And especially surrounding your biggest desire at this time. You're questioning that. And it's interesting because you are showing up with a very confident energy and pursuing something here. And then you're giving me a sense of looking at that from doubt, from a place of doubt, from a place of questioning that. And it's like, wait a minute, the energies are pretty clear. So you're definitely aligning with the energy you're showing me. Why would you doubt it? But the Two of Swords is there. So as long as this energy of a little bit of distortion is on your side, and as long as it just keeps on going there, that's again fear, doubts, insecurities, all sorts of things that are being brought to the surface. For the Six of Pentacles, you get the Four of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. You are starting to get very, very clear about energies of partnership around you, in terms of who is there to support you and love you, and whoever's right there next to you, which is very good, because last month you were coming from a place where this was kind of thrown with all of the pile of the mess, basically. Now, this one is the only one that's showing up. Okay, I got clarity there. So you are starting to gain a whole lot of clarity over the energy of support, partnership, whoever's next to you with that loving and supporting energy. So that's good. This is more towards you, the sense of doubt and the sense of, it's more against you rather than the world. Okay. Let me do the Moon. The Four of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups. There's something painful at play for you. There's something painful. There's something you're hanging on to that you're refusing to let go of or to work on. And it's something that's not showing up at a conscious level, in the sense of It's not right there in front of you where you can identify it and be like, oh, okay, this is it. Yeah, this is hurting me. So let me look at it. It's something really deeply instilled within you, like an old wound or something. That's why all of this is going on. And again, it's very subtle, but very deep, to the point of doing this. Bringing these energies to the surface, all of the commotion, all of the distortion, because you're functioning from this place of pain right now. Oh man, this is a big one, and it's very hidden from you. So it's something that you're not going to see anytime soon around this period of time for sure. I'm kind of looking at the possibilities of navigating this right now, because I can't show you what this is because you're not supposed to see it at this time, because you're not probably ready for it. And also I can't see it either because it's not shown it to me. It just says that you have no access in seeing it yet. It's just a matter of how the hell do you navigate all of this. And all I can say about it is that you are functioning from a place of pain. That's why all of this is happening, and all of the overwhelming energies and all of the pressing, distorted things. And it seems to be an energy where you don't have a lot against the world. You have a lot against yourself here, that you're holding against yourself. Which kind of makes sense, because you are identifying that there's something going on within you. You're just kind of approaching it from a place of, oh yeah, let me go against it, instead of kind of just staying open and seeing what it brings up. So try not to go against yourself much at this time, not to put yourself down. Yeah, you're going through all sorts of energies that don't feel well, but it's like, the more you put yourself down and be like, crap, what is this? It's not going to help. So just let it pass through. It will show up when it's time for you to catch it. But it is an old wound that is kind of messing with you at this time. So that's it. Let's go to March. Come on. Oops. All right, where you're at energetically, the Chariot. Okay, that looks a whole lot better. You're starting to, you know what I told you last month, that whole sense of you trying to get up? I feel like you got up, you know, I feel like you're almost all the way up. You're starting to align more with the flow of the energy, so you're coming more in alignment with self, that tells me. Okay. What you're dealing with, the Eight of Pentacles, could be work or something you're working on, something you're investing in physically, possibly, energetically for sure. How you're dealing with it, the High Priestess, yeah, your intuition is starting to show up more and more here, which again, a sign of you're starting to align with yourself. The Advice, the Ten of Wands, it's still not easy because it's not, the energy you're coming from, it's not one that's just going to be swept off and overnight, oh, I feel so much better. It's an old wound. Even if you're actively working on it, it might take quite a while for it to kind of transmute and for it to show up as, okay, I'm good now, you know? So you're not great here, but you're definitely a whole lot better. So it still feels a little hard, you know, a little, I'm still not up there completely, so I still have like this much to go, but that final stretch is quite a lot. It's quite difficult. So, okay, let's do the Chariot. The Nine of Swords, the Justice, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's, again, not easy. Still that lingering energy of overthinking things and stressing about things and just being kept a prisoner in your own mind. But the intention and the strength of bringing things into balance and bringing yourself into balance especially is very strong. So that's starting to overcome this whole aspect of what's going on here, which is great. Let's do the Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's something you're pursuing here, and again, something you're physically, possibly, and energetically investing in. And it's something that brings a whole lot of passion, a whole lot of joy to you to focus on. So I feel like that's exactly what... this Eight of Wands kind of seems almost like a reminder. Like you got a reminder of what this represents to you. And it kind of pulled you in that direction of, oh yeah, this is meaningful to me. Okay, let me go there, you know? Which could be very helpful in you starting to coming back to self a little bit. It's not an easy flow. Like every time you keep on pointing, but it's not easy. I know it's not easy. I know where you're coming from, you know? There's been 2 months and who knows how long before that of pretty hard energy, pretty hardcore energy. So of course, yes, things are looking better, but it's not like, perfect, you know? I know. You keep on like shooting little darts reminding me, but it's not easy. I know it's not, but it's definitely more flowing. So maybe that's the part you should be focusing on instead of sending me darts of, it's not easy. I know. I can see that. You keep on pointing that out to me. For the High Priestess, you get the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the World card. You're very passionate about something here. You're showing up quite, you know, Leo's back kind of a thing, and I'm coming back with a roar. But then you're realizing that roar might be a little loud. So it's like, okay, you know, let's take it down a notch. Because there is something very passionate you're dealing with, and you are very passionate in it, in the sense of expressing yourself when it comes to this one, or maybe taking things a little, like too much in that fiery aspect of things, and then it's like, oh, I kind of went too much with this one. Like I made that fire a little big. You know, it should have been like 2 logs, not 10. So intuitively, I see you catching yourself when you're too passionate about things here, or too fiery, because it could create conflict. You could piss some people off, like, what? It's too much fire. Get out of here, you know? Which is not about pissing others off. It's about not really doing a service to yourself, because sometimes you don't need that big of a fire, you know? So you're kind of taking it from that perspective rather than, okay, I don't want commotion. I don't want to fight with people, and they're going to take me like too much. And it's not about that necessarily. It's more like, okay, let me see that perfect tuning to this fire. Let me not go overboard here, because sometimes it burns me too when it's too much, you know? So intuitively, I feel like you're kind of finding the right frequency for your passion, your fire here. Especially when it comes to this one. I don't know what the hell you're working on here, or you're putting your energy into, but it looks really nice and really meaningful to you. Possibly very helpful in bringing you back to self here too. For the Ten of Wands, you get the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Hangman. Yeah, you're still kind of pointing out, you know, I know I'm better. I recognize that I'm doing better, but I'm still goddamn in this freaking head of mine. How do I get out? And just by saying how to get out of there and looking for ways to get out of there is going to get you deeper and deeper in there, because that's what the mind does, right? How do I get out? Let's look for solutions. That. If we try that, then that's going to happen. And then if we try that, and before you know it, you're in there for longer and for a deeper sense of that. And I don't think you want that. So you're kind of going a little bit in circles by telling yourself it's hard, by throwing these darts at me of reminders, but it's hard. And then by trying to look for ways to get out of your head when it's so complicated. And so that's what's keeping you in there for longer. Try to focus on the energies that do work out here, because there's plenty compared to the past 2 months. So try to focus on what is flowing, what is going, and what is kind of keeping you in that place of aligning with the flow, rather than let me look for ways to kind of remove what's preventing me from doing that. That in itself is preventing you from doing that, you know? So get out of here, just be with what is, especially the ones that are working out throughout this time. So that's it. Let's do April. Leo, you're getting better and better here. There's still a little hiccups along the way, but the energy you're at, the Empress, that's a pretty interesting alignment with self, especially that nurturing part of yourself. So you're definitely getting in touch with yourself more and more. What you're dealing with, the Two of Swords, and again, that sense of, and how you're dealing with it, the Wheel of Fortune. This kind of is showing me a past energy wanting to come back into play. So like you just got out of a place of feeling stuck in your head and overthinking things and things like that. And you're starting to get more and more in line with your true self, with your heart. And this energy of where you were at keeps on trying to sneak back in. It's like, no. Not gonna let Leo go without a fight, you know. So this is kind of what this represents, that whole sense of you may find yourself at times being at least leaning in the direction of let's start overthinking things, let's start complicating things again. But I kind of get the sense that you catch it pretty fast, where you're not allowing it to set in. You're kind of like, hey, thanks for stopping by. Bye, you know. You don't need to stop by and make yourself comfortable here. Because in the advice you show up with the King of Wands, so that's definitely you stepping into your power there and standing in your power big time. So, okay. Let's do the Empress. The Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you've been working a lot on yourself to get back in alignment with your heart, with your true nature, you know, very nurturing, very loving, very, I feel good about life kind of a thing, you know? All right, so you're still working on it to keep it there, because, yeah, you got back there, but it's like, you got to put in the work to stay there. Let's do the Two of Swords, the King of Wands, the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles. That's where this energy tries to come in and be like, you sure? Are you sure you're okay? Are you sure you got back in alignment with yourself? Because I don't think so. Maybe you think that's what's happening, but I don't, and that's your mind talking to you, by the way. That's that little 0.1% of doubt that comes from the past energies that you just overcame. Because the energy of you aligning with yourself is pretty goddamn strong at this point, where it's like, I don't even know why there's doubt here. But I do know why there's doubt here, because you just came from a whole lot of energy that kept you in that place of doubt, of fear, of insecurities. So there's still a lingering energy that's trying to kind of take you back, you know? You're like, no, no thank you, I'm good where I'm at. For the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Tower. You might even get some energies that are coming your way that might surprise the hell out of you. Because when you come back in alignment with yourself, you're going to attract all sorts of great energies. And since you've been in this place of for quite a while, you forgot that there's great energies out there that you will be able to attract the minute you align with yourself. So it's coming in as a surprise, you know, great energy coming your way, make way. And you're like, whoa, what is this, you know? So that's how you'll know. That's basically your confirmation. Yes, there is doubt a little bit, but then this would be your confirmation when you start attracting all sorts of great energy coming your way. And you're like, what the hell? You know, because it is surprising apparently to you, because you forgot how that is. being stuck in this place for quite a while of your mind space. So things are going to start to tie up together without you even doing much. For the King of Wands, you get the Hangman, the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Yes, stepping into a brand new energy here. And it feels freaking amazing, and it feels so empowering, and you feel so good about it. And it's opening up a multitude of possibilities for you, which now you see. Interestingly enough, this Hangman showed up, if I'm not mistaken, in January. So you are trying to kind of step back into this energy for quite a while. You just took it in a very different way back then. You took it from here. Let's see. Let's complicate things here. This is just being and looking and observing and then going with the flow. Not overthinking the hell out of things, you know? So definitely a whole lot better energy here. That's it. Moving on to May. All right, where you're at energetically, the King of Swords. Very determined about something here. Very clear about something, very determined. What you're dealing with, the Ace of Cups, that's an energy of love. How you're dealing with it, the Two of Cups. There's another energy of love that you kind of connect to here. Nice. And the advice, the Knight of Pentacles. Taking it easy, taking it slow, not rushing things. Yes, there is determination. Yes, there is, okay, let's go. I know what I want. But that doesn't mean that you have to rush through things. You know, so okay. I'm gonna do the King of Swords. The Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles. Yay! This looks really nice. It looks like a brand new beginning for you. In many aspects, not just in one direction necessarily. And you feel like with the Sun here, you feel like you're fully standing in your power there. You know, really nice energies. Really strong. Let's do the Ace of Cups. The High Priestess, the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this feels good. I don't know what this is. It has to do with love. It has to do with your heart. You're fully open to it. And it feels good. And again, you have the tendency to not rush through it, which is quite interesting. Because you're giving me the sense of maybe usually you would. Because it's like, it feels good, let's go, But because you've reached this place of fully aligning with yourself and healing a bunch of crap to get here, you understand that, yeah, it's not about that. Let me just jump in and, love. Not really. It's kind of like following the flow that's at play for things, you know? And definitely being led by your intuition here a lot. So, cool. For the Two of Cups, you get the Ten of Swords, the Hermit, the Six of Swords. There was some damage done to the situation at some point in time. And this could even go to past lives. It doesn't even, because the energy feels so fresh that it feels like you just came across this energy or this person. And then I'm like, but this energy brings in something with it, where there is something was done at some point. So it could either be a brand new situation you're dealing with, a brand new person that you're like, whoa, I'm feeling this, you know? But it carries some baggage from possibly even another lifetime. Or it could be something from this lifetime that something happened at some point. There is some damage here. There is some baggage that the situation carries. So it's not coming, oh, I'm here, like a little flower. No, it's coming with, oh, I'm here, but I am injured, you know? This energy of love, of this connection, basically. So even if it is someone from the past, it's shown up as a brand new energy in the way you experience it. You see the baggage, it's still there. You acknowledge that it needs a lot of healing. And it needed a lot of healing for a very long time, but nobody really kind of took the time to go with this energy. So, okay. Let me do the Knight of Pentacles. Whew, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Wow, this is freaking amazing. Whatever you're doing this month, there's no advice for you. Keep on doing it. That's my only advice. Because you're definitely in flow with the available energies that are at play for you. As far as this connection go, if it does carry a sense of baggage from the past, because something happened, or a sense of pain over it, or a sense of even loss over it at some point, it is looking like it's kind of enclosed in an energy of healing at this point. It does seem that you and them, or one of you, has the tendency to kind of steer away from it because it carries this wound, this connection. So I don't know, there may be the tendency to be like, ooh, there's something about this, like it's perfect, it's great, I want it, you want it, everybody wants this, but like something about it is kind of making me ooh, you know, you or them, one of you has this reaction to it where they cringe a little, because it carries this something that just needs to be healed, basically, you know. And I kind of get the sense that with the energies at play, it might actually get healed in time. So I don't know what kind of connection this is, but it looks good in the way that you receive it. So that's it. Let's go to June. Where you're at energetically, the Queen of Wands, still looking good here, still keeping it together, still a sense of confidence, a little leaning more towards physical aspect of things, practicality, but it's not looking bad at all. What you're dealing with, the Four of Wands, a commitment of some sort, and how you're dealing with it, the Ace of Pentacles, again, bringing in this energy of a brand new beginning. And for the advice, the Magician, you're in full-on manifesting mode here. So, okay. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Queen of Wands. The Star, the Four of Swords, the Six of Cups. Okay. Yeah, there's a soul connection here you're pointing towards. And it's looking like it's really in your main focus, this connection at this point in time. It's something you really are for, you know. Let's do the Four of Wands. Whew. The Ace of Swords, the Judgment card, the King of Wands. Man, how these energies match. Yeah, there's definitely a perfect match here in energies between you and another here. And it's a very significant, very powerful soul connection. You're sharing with another. And you're on the same frequency here, basically. Let's do the Ace of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands. It's not ready to take off. There's this brand new beginning kind of an energy, and it's almost looking like, yes, there is a perfect match, but it's not ready to jump in that boat. Like, the boat is not ready yet. It's there, you can jump in it, but it's not going to go anywhere yet. I don't know why. I'm not understanding why. I don't see an issue in terms of maybe there's a delay in whoever is bringing in the fuel. I don't know. Maybe it's not time. Not really sure. I see the delay. I'm like, I don't necessarily get it. Maybe I shouldn't, you know? Maybe it is what it is. Maybe you should enjoy the time in the boat without the boat leaving anywhere. Who the hell knows? Let's do the Magician. The Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups. It's like elements are not put together in the way that this should move at this time. It's like not everything is in place. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, the boat may have everything ready, but it doesn't have fuel, and someone's out there to get it. You know what I mean? Or what else could a boat not have? Why did I go to a boat? Because I don't know nothing about boats. It doesn't have oil. Do they run with oil? Well, if they have gas. I don't know, but something, it's... I'm seeing it as energy, and I don't know why I'm putting it in boats when I don't know anything about boats. But in energy, it feels like not all the elements are in place. Think of it as a puzzle, and it's like it's missing a piece, and you went to go look for that piece. You will find it. It's almost looking like it will come into place. You'll find that piece. But for right now, maybe you're busy with something else and you don't have time to go take it and put it back here to create this. So that's why there's a little bit of delay. There's a little bit of, okay, the boat's not going anywhere, you know? But I see you manifesting it. I see you where, and it's not only your manifestation, it's kind of like a common manifestation for this connection where the both of you have the intention for this to go in a particular direction. And it will go there. This delay here seems to be a little difficult at this time, but it's not going to be an issue because you'll still get there. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the hell this is, but this looks good with a little bit of delay. But that's it. Let's go to July. Where you're at energetically, the Death card. I don't even know what the fuck that is. We'll have to clarify and see, because I'm not gonna go there. We're just gonna leave it at that for now. What you're dealing with, the Sun, and how you're dealing with it, the Lovers. This is the most happy energy that I've ever gotten for you up until this point in this reading. And one of the most happy energies I usually get in readings in general. So that's why I left the Death card to the side. I'm like, okay, we'll see. And for the advice, the Hierophant. This is a very, very intensely deep connection you have with someone that's shown up out of nowhere for some reason with the energy of Death card right there in the beginning. But let's clarify. Yeah, it's the dogs. It's the big boys. Yes, I hear them too. Now go back to bed. Yeah, they're not barking anymore. Where are you? Bloop? Bloop-de-bloop? No. Can we proceed? For the Death card, you get the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh. No more waiting here? Maybe that's what the Death card is. Because I see energies moving. Slow, but they're moving. Where this situation may have been put in the death box for quite a while, like nothing was happening in here, and now it's starting to. Let's do the Sun. Ooh, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's all of that is behind. All of that is behind is just happiness now. What the hell is this? It's coming through with a massive energy of the past that's put behind, that's left in the past, because what's taking place now, what's taking place of those energies is an energy of happiness, an energy of like releasing all of it. And it was a lot. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of sorrow, there's a lot of regret, there's a lot. But all of that is Not completely done, not completely replaced by these new energies, but almost right there. Almost completely out it goes. Something from the past here. Whew. This might hit you more energetically there than physically, this situation of this connection. The lovers, the King of Cups. For the lovers, you get the King of Cups, the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles. Everything looks super balanced, super loving, super everything. But the energies of this connection were very different even just a day before all of this. You know what I mean? So it seems like there was a massive shift within this connection in the energies that were stored and held on to for so long when it comes to this connection. All of that has been released and replaced with, what the hell is going on here? Okay, let me do the Hierophant. Yeah, take that blanket off, why not? The Judgment card, the King of Swords, the Hangman. There's things moving, and it's coming from a place of, like, think of it as a mummy that's been mummified for thousands and thousands of years, and all of a sudden the fucking mummy wakes up. It's like, oh, okay, let me get out of here. That's how it feels like these energies were and now are. Something's waking up here from the dead, almost. And it has to do with a super important, deep connection that you're part of. And again, I'm seeing this a lot happening more energetically than physically. It could go along with physical aspects too, where you could see it. But it's more of an energetic thing here, tied up to this connection. Okay. All right, well, that's it. Let's move on to August. Ooh, this is a very practical energy. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. So the energy you're at is the 10 of Pentacles. You're keeping it close to home. It's like a safe kind of an energy. Like, I'll keep it close. I'll just focus on what's around me, you know, immediately. Like, just, I'll keep it close to home. What you're dealing with the Queen of Wands, a lot of, it's kind of around the same aspect of staying put, you know, not going crazy about things, just keeping it safe, I would say. But it feels good. It feels like it's a nice energy of just chilling and just kind of opening up to your immediate proximity, which is home stuff, people that are really close to you and things like that. How you're dealing with it, the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, it's a nice, steady, grounded kind of an energy, which feels good. The advice, the 10 of Wands, there is a sense of heaviness here for some reason, and I'm not sure why, but we'll see when we clarify. So let me do the 10 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Swords, the Justice card. The energy that's available for this month is exactly this one of keeping it chill, you know, keeping it grounded, keeping it close to home. And you have the tendency to kind of fly off of that, to be like, oh no, let's go crazy. Let's go who knows where and do who knows what. Like, no, let's you know, you have that tendency, but then you're bringing it back home. So it's kind of like that wild side of you that just wants to go explore outside of that energy. And for some reason, the available energy is that of just chill. You know, you don't have to do much. You don't have to, you're like, well, I want to do, you know. So you may have the tendency to fly off the rails here. Let's do the Queen of Wands, the Temperance card, the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands. It's because it's part of this, it feels like for some while here, for a few months that I've seen this energy, you've stepped onto this path of getting back to self, first of all, because you were a little off there in the beginning. And then it seems to be like, think of it as this road that you've stepped on the minute you started aligning back with yourself. And it feels like a slow increasing in energies and in intensity and in healing. A lot of healing is on this path. But it's steady. You know, there's no obstacles really. If there's anything, it's like a little rock that maybe you bump into it, but it's not going to get you down or anything. It's like, oh, okay, and you keep going. So the path and the way you walk on it is pretty steady, and it's a path of healing, and it's a path of growing. And it feels like you're getting a little bored in it. It feels like that's why you have the tendency to be like, it feels like you're bored of the steadiness of it, you know, because you've been on it for a while. You are recognizing it and you are grateful for it from what I can see, but you do have those moments in time, which are not a lot, just a few, of, can we step it up a notch? Can we grow like in 2 minutes? Can we push it a little? But you're not sticking to those energies. It's just that little bit of anxiety that shows up at times of, yes, I'm healing, I'm growing. Okay, it's nice, it's really cool. But like, I'm a little bored, you know. There seems to be that at play. Thus the tendency to go wild and who knows what to do, you know, out of or off the path. For the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Temperance card, the Fool. The Temperance card? No, the Lovers. You get the Lovers, the Fool, the Four of Pentacles. This energy that showed up last month for you, tied up to that connection where a bunch of stuff has been released on your side, is just there with you through this. It almost feels like you started on this path that I just talked about, and then this connection showed up all of a sudden on this path, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, you've been with me all along, but I didn't even notice you necessarily because I kept you in this energetical box of whatever the hell. And now it looks like I'm releasing a bunch of crap, including crap tied up to this connection, and now I see you in a very different way. So you're taking this connection with you from here on out. You're very stubborn about it too. It's kind of like, it's part of my path. But again, I don't see it necessarily showing up in the physical, but because it healed so much, or it helped you heal so much, it's coming with. And it's coming with in a sense of recognition because it's always been with you. But it's been with you with crappy energies and whatever was attached to it that was kind of hindering your healing. It was kind of taking you down and you didn't even realize it, because it's like the way we think about things usually, it's like, it's a connection. What if I don't heal that, but I heal everything else in my life? I should be fine. Not really. Not really. So it definitely impacted you, and it's definitely impacting you for the better from here on out, you know, and you're, energetically speaking, you're quite like, I'm taking this with me, god damn it, because it looks so good now. So there's a whole lot more recognition over the importance of this connection in your life, even if, again, physically it may not even be there, but kind of recognizing how it helped you on your path of growth, and how it still is, because you want to take it with. For the Ten of Wands, you get the Ten of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. There is one soul connection that's shown up here through all of this that could be close to home, that seems to be a little confusing at this time. A little, what do I do with this one? Because it feels like it's not going well at this time. There is a sense of an ending over it, but at the same time I see a lot of confusion over that ending. So I don't see the ending being here, but it could come into question for you in the sense of, should I, shouldn't I, should I? So it's definitely creating a little bit of a stir up here for you, a little bit of, remember that little rock on your path? This one is a little bit of a bigger one, where when you kind of stumble upon it, you see it, you're like, ow, that hurt my foot, you know? And that's kind of how this looks like. I don't see a conclusion to this one right now. It's kind of up in the air until you figure it out. But it is close to home, and you do feel like it's affecting the energy of whatever is close to you at this time. So just, it's pointless for me to say try to figure it out, because you won't. I see the energies here where this month you might not. So just be with the energies as they are and let them settle down, because they will, especially tied up to this connection, so that you can make a decision from there on out. For now, there's no decision making really around this, because it's just at that stage of you're trying to figure it out. So you have no clarity over it yet. So just let it settle down one way or another so that you gain some clarity over it. So that's it. Let's move on to September. Where you're at energetically, the Six of Pentacles, in a very giving, open, kind of equal give and take kind of an energy. So you are giving in the direction that is sending back to you. You're not just, okay, everybody, I'm open, take it all. Not really. You're definitely hanging around energies that come from a space of equal give and take. What you're dealing with, the Two of Swords, a sense of feeling stuck in something you're working on here with the Seven of Pentacles, of how you're dealing with it. So you're working on something. It could be a project, it could be involving work, something you're putting effort and energy into actively. And you get the sense of, I'm kind of stuck here. For the advice, the Emperor, you're a lot, for this month, you're stepping into a lot of energies of the physical, the material, like, you know, a little bit of a sense of practicality, but more from the stance of, okay, let me look into my business and let me see what I can do about that, and let's do something about that. So definitely into a more, let's do something about something here. You know, when it comes to the things you can work on, which, again, your job, your home, your whatever stands in the physical and the material especially. So, okay. Let's do the Six of Pentacles. Six of Wands, Three of Cups, the Death card. Something that did work out is not working out anymore. Or it's looking like it's not wanting to work out anymore. But it comes through very organically, very natural. Like, okay, this situation was in your life up until this point, and now it goes. And it's like, okay. Got it. So it's, I don't know what it is, but it did work out really nicely. And now it's the end of the road for this situation. Okay, let's do the Two of Swords. The Two of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the World card. There is a sense of restructuring over something here. So as this energy used to work out, now it's not working out, it feels like there's some changes here in the material and the physical for you, possibly tied up to work for you. So it kind of creates a little bit of, I mean, you are a fixed sign. So whenever change comes through, it's like, I wanted a lot of times, but it doesn't mean I deal well with it. So it kind of feels a little bit like that. Because there's an ending of a cycle presenting itself here and the beginning of a possible new one, you're like, ooh, where you feel stuck. There's no flow between the two cycles. Because this one is ending, is kind of, it doesn't feel really well. So there's almost like a disruption in the flow. But I don't see it sticking around for too long. It's that sense of uncomfortableness around change here for you, more than anything. You know, which might, depending on how much energy you put into this and you give to the situation, it might confuse the hell out of you and make you feel stuck, you know? It is difficult, but just let it pass through, even if it feels difficult. It's like, okay. You know, if you're kind of clinging onto it and being like, oh man, this sucks. This, like, come on now, you know. that sense of frustration, then it got you, and then you're actually feeding this kind of an energy instead of just letting it pass by. Let's do the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. It is creating a little bit of a break, and you're showing up as really stubborn of like not wanting this break. But if this break shows up, as I said, let it. Don't fight against it. If it wants to put things on hold for a little bit, let it. You know? You seem very stubborn to, no, I don't want to break. I want that flow. Well, if that flow isn't here, what the hell are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? For some reason, there's a break here. And it could be from your own sense of dealing with this change in things. And that's okay. You need that break to deal with whatever the hell you're experiencing here. Maybe, you know? You can't just force things to, okay, I got my 5 minutes break, I dealt with this, let's go. No. This is forcing things. You need that break here. So keep that in mind as you're going to try to push against this break. Let's do the Emperor, especially because you're under this Emperor energy, which is a very, let's go, let's do, let's take care of shit, you know. So it's going to be quite tough to allow for the break to be here so that you can allow for the energies to pass on. For the Emperor, you get the Eight of Swords, the Justice card, the Six of Cups. Yeah, it's like overthinking. You get to the point of overthinking. Like, what do I do next? What is the next cycle about? What's going on? How do I kind of get from, okay, so we reached this point with this energy and now this energy is gone. What's coming instead of it? You know, what do I put there? Stop doing that. You'll know. If you allow for things to flow, whatever energy is next will flow right back into that place. You're a little resistant with the energies that are at play, and that might cause you a little bit of trouble, more trouble than you need at this point. But again, keep in mind also that you're entering a space of very practical energies, a space of the mind, and you know how south that can go, you know, if you don't pay attention, if you get stuck up in here. For now, it's looking clear. The more you fight the energies that are at play, which is sometimes maybe a break, some changes that are at play, what energy is going to come next? Let those show themselves. Don't try to force them, you know? So, okay. Let's go to October. Oops. Where you're at energetically, the Page of Cups. You seem to be open towards a particular situation. What you're dealing with, the Six of Wands, something that would ideally make you feel good. It kind of comes through as, I think that if I approach this, you know, from this perspective, then everything's going to be fine. That's kind of how it looks like, because how you're dealing with it, the Knight of Wands, it's that perspective of, okay, this is how I want to do this. The advice is Five of Wands. Your plan might not work out. It might blow up in your face because there's conflict here. I don't know. Let's clarify. Let's see. Let me do the Page of Cups. The Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're wanting to bring peace, bring love into a situation. It could be bringing something back together, you know, in a beautiful, beautiful way. But you're fairly cautious with it too. Like, you're not just kind of like, okay, this is what I want. I'm not going to let anything stop me. No, you're coming more from a perspective of, this is what I want, but I have to be respectful of the circumstances of this also at times. So if I feel at any time that I need to step back a little, I will. So it's quite interesting, the approach you have on this. Let me do the Six of Wands. The Four of Swords, the Moon, the Six of Cups. This is definitely something that suffered a blow in the past. It is a soul connection. It went through something. I don't know what exactly. It comes through a little bit with the energy of last month. In the beginning of the reading, I remember getting something similar vibe-wise from this, but it's definitely a fixer-upper kind of an energy that you're coming through here with, where you're looking like your intention is to work on things, to heal things that may have been damaged here a little bit. For the Knight of Wands, you get the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. You are approaching this from a pretty confident way, but your confidence is kind of decreasing there a little bit. You're going from the Nine of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles pretty fast. And it's coming from this sense of overthinking things at times. So as you approach this situation, yes, your intention might be that of, let's see where this goes. This is what I want. I have clarity over it. But then at some point in time, as you move towards this, you may be, am I doing this right? I don't know if I'm, or thinking all sorts of things through your head, and that kind of backs you away in confidence, in your level of confidence of approaching this. I still see you going through with it, though. For the Five of Wands, you get the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the World card. You may be dealing with a little bit of a rough energy on the other side of the fence here, where you're showing up a little softer, a little more understanding of what's going on. They're a little rougher on the edges there. They're a little bit black or white there, which might make things a little difficult here. So the way you're approaching it, I would say it's great. The only flaw I see to it is that whole sense of overthinking. If that's what feels right to you to approach the situation from that place of, I really want for things to work out, do it. If you're going at it from a place of expectation, then you will encounter this energy at the end of it, which might be a little, again, rough around the edges. I'm not seeing them cutting you off completely, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck out. But I do see them making things a little difficult, than they should be. So keep that in mind. But that's it. Let's move to November. Wait, this energy keeps on bouncing in the reading. Like, every few months I see this energy popping right back in, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like a ball that just goes away, you forget all about it, and then it's like, bang! And it's like, what are you doing back here, The Devil, for where you're at energetically. Not the healthiest energy right there. What you're dealing with, the Four of Cups, you're upset about something here. How you're dealing with it, the Seven of Swords, you're not dealing with it. That's why you kind of sustain this energy of whatever the hell is going on here. The advice, the Star, it's something that's really meaningful to you, really important. So think of it as, this is important to me. There's something attached to it right now that is showing me an ugly part. And because of that, I'm just going to abandon this thing altogether. Fuck it. I don't need it. But it's the most important thing to you. It doesn't make sense, does it? Just because it looks a little ugly right now, or just because there's something inside of you that's happening that makes it look ugly right now. It's like, hey, fuck it. I don't want it anymore. How about looking into whatever the fuck makes it ugly, because you still want this, even if you say you don't want it. But anyways, let's see, let's clarify. Let me do the Devil. The Page of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. Something's not working out here. I don't know what it is, but instead of looking at the source of what's making this not work out, you're like, well, it's not working out, fuck it. It's like abandoning everything that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable this month. Where it's like, well, I have good intentions. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm showing up like this. Why the fuck is it showing up so ugly? Then it's not for me. Yes, it is, because it's yours. So I don't know what it is. It's part of something of yours. It's something you're working on, something you're invested in, something you're part of. You know, so it's quite deceptive, this whole energy of abandoning things just because they look a little ugly or uncomfortable this month for you. It's kind of like saying, well, I have the greatest intentions here, and this is just not working out, so it must be meant to not work out. And then it's like kind of going a little deeper and saying, so what if I have the best intentions? Maybe I'm bringing something to this energy to not make it work out, no matter the intentions I have for it, you know? So it's kind of like a subtle little take it back towards you, turn it towards you to see what the hell is creating this energy, because it's coming from you. This energy of unhealthy over something that's important to you. But again, the sense of abandoning it, the minute it looks a little ugly or uncomfortable, it's quite deceptive, you know. For the Four of Cups, you get the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, the Six of Cups. Oh, okay, so it could be the energy you were working on the month prior, where you wanted to bring something together or back together, and because it's not happening, or not happening in the way you desire, it's like portraying it as being ugly, or ooh, you're not responding to me, and I want for this to happen, and you don't right now? You're ugly. You look ugly, you feel ugly, you feel unhealthy. Goodbye. No, you're just upset that it's not responding to you. I don't know if some of you may have watched the extended. There's a little bit of insight in there when it comes to this energy you're dealing with. And if you've crossed that middle half point of, you could be in that place where you want for this to happen, but what if they're not? You're just going to make them ugly? And ew. I don't want to deal with you. But you wanted a minute ago. Not that now that they don't want, or you don't like what they're responding, it's like, yeah, so what? People can change their minds. I changed my mind from a minute ago. Fuck off. Yeah, no, it's a little bit of a tantrumy that it's just not healthy. Not for you, not for the situation. You know, it's kind of like trying to understand where the other side is at, rather than getting upset with it. Because that's why the devil is here. You know, it's a pretty unhealthy energy for you that you're turning this into. For the Seven of Swords, you get the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Wands. And if you're being brutally honest with yourself and tuning in to how you truly feel about it, you would see that you're leaning towards this energy. You want for this energy to work out. You want for whatever this is that you're fighting for to be the best. And then all of what you're doing outside of yourself as energies, as behavior towards it is, ew. No. But that's your reaction to whatever the hell is going on that side, on the other side of the fence, where they might be like, hey, I'm not ready, or hey, you're pushing it, or hey, I don't want this right now. And this is you throwing a tantrum. Oh, you don't? Well, I don't want this. Who said I wanted this? Somebody pushed me over here. I didn't even know I was here. I don't know. There was somebody there. They pushed me. Here I am. But I don't want this either. Who said, just because I'm here? Were you not paying attention? Somebody pushed me in this position. I didn't come all by myself because I want this. Leo. Come on. We know this game. We're not playing this game. It's an unhealthy game. For the Star, you get the Tower, the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Wands. You're just making things harder for yourself here. And why do they have to be? When all you can do with this one is accept the response from the other side. Whether you like it or not, that's a different story. But just because you don't like it, you don't have to turn it into something really ugly, because it just makes it hard for you at the end of the day. Because you know how you truly feel inside, and this doesn't match what you bring up inside of yourself there towards this. So the more you feed this energy of, you said something, I accept it, but I don't have to like it. And you don't, but not with that attitude. You know, with an attitude of acceptance, even over the fact that you don't have to like it. You know, it's okay. Don't feed this energy. It looks literally like a little tantrum, like you're a little kid and I took your toy away and you went, ah. Here's the toy. Oh, okay. Take the toy. No. For what? Wasted energy. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, take a look at this and be honest with yourself, brutally honest, and try not to feed this energy. You can definitely prevent this from happening by just, again, listening and taking into consideration how the energy you're dealing with is responding to this and just accepting it for what it is instead of going against it and being like, well, I want this, so why don't you? Because they don't. So that's it. Let's do the last month of 2024, December. Phew. I was just thinking, it was running through my head. It's like, oh, Leo had a pretty rough start of the year, but then they got it together and quite in a nice way. And then the previous month was a little bit of, a childish kind of reaction to things, but hopefully they keep it together. It's pretty well kept together here, actually. The Hierophant for where you're at energetically. So back into those energies of self, like aligning fully with yourself. There could be another connection involved too that's very important, but it's mostly about you. What you're dealing with, the Strength card, you, that's your energy. How you're dealing with it, the Justice, keeping it steady, keeping it balanced, keeping it aligned. And for the Advice, the Hermit. You're ending on a high note here. Energetically speaking, you're in pretty strong energies of stepping into your power and just a lot of healing in general and growth. Okay. Well, let's clarify. Let's see. Maybe not. But I don't think so. Let's do the Hierophant. The Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups. That's a lot of self-love, a lot of care for self and others, but mostly it comes from that sense of, oh my God, Kai scared the shit out of me, and I'll tell you why in a minute. From that sense of first nurturing yourself and loving yourself, and that energy expands outside of yourself towards whoever is next to you there. And Kai scared the shit out of me because there's a cat tree right there too. You can't see it because it's there. But I can see it in the reflection of the glass door we have here. And I forgot that he's there because, I can't see him well from this angle. I would have to lean to constantly see him. So I forgot he was there. And then I see something moving, but something big in the glass door. And I'm like, what is inside this room with us and I don't know about? I thought it was a raccoon or something. And Blue is here, and the cats have access here. And I'm like, what is in this house? It's Kai. Okay. He just moved in his little basket. Let's do the Strength card for what you're dealing with. The Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Swords. You're chilling this month. You're taking it easy. You're not engaging into major things. The energies that you're experiencing are major arcana energies, all of them. So they're pretty deep, but they're keeping you grounded and steady and feeling good about where you're at and just kind of stepping into your power, but from a sense of, it's not the Leo sense of roar, here I am. No, it's the, I'm here, I'm good. Not making a big scene out of it. So you're feeling good. You're just chilling by the looks of it, or trying to at least. Let's do the Justice card. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, Page of Cups. You're trying your best to not lie to yourself about how you feel, what you feel, about who you feel, and things like that. Because you're showing me the energy of your heart and where it's going, where it's pointed. And then you're showing me a little bit of deception over that, in the sense of, this person, yeah, I care for them. I think I care for them. I don't know. Do I care for them? Like, there's too much drama going around who I care about and who I don't, or who I give my heart to, and things like that. Where I feel like maybe you've experienced that recently, and if I'm not mistaken, in the past month, there was a little tantrum at play of, oh, I don't love you anymore, or something like that. It didn't go to the extent of I don't love you anymore, but the energies around it definitely showed that. So you're kind of done with that. You're kind of done with the tantrums, with the little dramas around I love you, I don't love you, goodbye, adios for life kind of dramas. You're coming out of that. You're like, okay, that was a little bit of a child play. So again, your energies are coming back into balance. You might have these little escapades of throwing little tantrums, but not this month. This month you're definitely grounding yourself. For the Hermit, you get the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Sun. Yeah, your energy is expanding towards people that are really important to you, really supportive in your life. They're loving, supportive, and anything you need. And there's an exchange of energy. It's not only you that's giving. So you're definitely sharing your space with very loving, very supportive energies and very close people to you, which makes sense because it's, the end of the year. So you're ending on a high note here. Good, because I'm fucking tired of how we ended this year. Didn't look good at all. So hopefully this applies to this Leo too. But that's it. All right, Leo, let's do the Mystical Shaman Oracle for you. Let's see what kind of an energy you get for the year 2024. Whew. The Serpent, number 46. Wow, I did not expect that for you. All right. The essence. The serpent is the life force of Mother Earth. The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. Serpent comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. The invitation. The serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Shed the old skin that you have been so attached to, and welcome the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you a fresh experience of your life. Your passion and sexuality are awakening, and this can be scary. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energy into beautiful, original manifestation. The medicine. When you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced even by your own ideas. That's it. That's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and catch you on the flip side. See you next time. Bye.